In this learning goal video, we're going to talk about how to recognize the difference between parameters and statistics. We'll use the Can Dolphins Communicate example from the Introduction to Statistical Investigations textbook. In the Doris and Buzz study, the statistic is 15, or 15 out of 16. A statistic is a single number that summarizes the results in the sample. For the examples we're looking at now, that's either going to be a count, like 15, or a proportion, like 15/16. The key to remember is the statistic is a known or observed value. We watched Buzz push the correct lever 15 out of 16 times. Contrast this with the parameter. The parameter is the long-run numerical property of the process. In this case, it's the proportion of times Buzz pushes the correct lever in the long run, as if we had watched Buzz and Doris do this experiment over and over and over again. The parameter is what we don't know. It's unobservable. We can't watch Buzz and Doris in the pool doing this experiment sort of forever. What we're trying to do in statistics is to take the observed value, 15 out of 16, and tell us something about the parameter, the long-run probability that Buzz pushes the correct lever. A few words of caution. First, the parameter is a real value. We just don't know what it is, and we're never going to be able to know for sure what it is because we'd have to watch Doris and Buzz in the pool forever. So to help learn about what the parameter is, because we're curious, what is Buzz's chance of pushing the correct lever? We ask, what if it was a specific value? For example, what if he was just guessing? That is, what if the parameter was 50%? Is that a reasonable or believable explanation for the observed data or not? In this case, it's not, because if he really was just guessing, if the true value of the parameter was 50%, it's unlikely that you would get 15 out of 16 correct. Another helpful device for remembering the difference between statistic and parameter is to remember that the statistic, which starts with S, is measured on the sample, which also starts with S. The parameter is measured on the process. Both of those words, parameter and process, start with P.